Good morning! This is again Dr. Grace Carol Beltran, your dermatologist, dermatologic surgeon, and obesity resource person. Ang topic po natin ngayon ay stress. Bakit stress? Kasi majority of dermatological cases ay nangyayari because of stress, no? And not only acute stress but chronic stress. Ang ibig sabihin nun, ang chronic stress yung laging araw-araw, lagi kang stress at lagi kang nagagalit, lagi kang may problema, yun ang chronic stress, araw-araw. Ang acute stress is just a moment, no? Like for example, when you're going to lecture, na-stress ka because of your lecture, that is acute stress. And that is important for you to achieve your goal. Ang chronic stress is not important kasi parati kang nai-stress kaya yung mga body system mo nagmamalfunction. Okay? Life and stress nga are interwoven, no? Kasi it depends on how you view your life and how stress affects you. Stress are non-specific responses by the body to readjust to the trigger. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga signs and symptoms ng stress? Bakit tayo naapektuhan sa tingin nyo? Pag tayo ay under stress, nagkakaroon tayo ng headache, okay? Sakit ng ulo, anxiety, laging nininervyos, laging natetense, depression, overeating, no? That's why you become obese when you are chronically stressed. And then you have negative thinking. Some people would think of committing suicide or other things, no? Gumawa ng kasamaan dahil nga stress sila. They also causes excessive sleeping sometimes and sometimes lack of sleep. Yung iba tulog na tulog, yung iba naman kulang sa tulog. Kuminsan nagkakos din to ng diarrhea, constipation, and constant tiredness and loss of appetite. And then the other signs and symptoms are breathlessness, hindi makahinga sa sobrang stressful ng situation niya. Nagkakaroon din ng paggalit, no? Nagagalit sila kasi hindi nila malaman kung anong gagawin nila during those stressful moments. Aching joints, sumasakit ang mga kasukasuan and everything, no? Likod, leeg, shoulders. Nagkakaroon din sila ng allergies kasi ang immune system natin nagkakaroon ng aberration kapag ka-under stress tayo. And then, they become tense, irritable, they develop itchy skin, lalo na yung mga may atopic dermatitis, psoriasis, yung mga deshydrosis, no? Lahat ng namir eczema, lahat ng dermatological problems nagiging mas worse, nag-worsen during times of stress. And then, it also develops abnormality in your heart. You develop palpitations, tapos yung iba, they become chronic smokers because of chronic stress all the time. Yung trabaho din natin, pwedeng maka-apekto, no? Kunyari, tayo ay nag-night shift. Yung mga tao na nag-work tuwing gabi, they are more prone to ulcerations, yung stomach ulceration, hypertension, and other cardiovascular disease. Pagka acute stress, yung kanina minention ko na it is important to achieve your goal. But chronic stress is what makes you look older, prone to other diseases, and prone to aging. Ang chronic stress keeps you under tension and makes you always tired and ill. Okay. Like for example, sa mga babae kasi, hindi ba, ang estrogen, yun ang nagpapaganda sa atin eh. Kapag tayo ay nagme-menopause, nagkakaroon tayo ng decreased estrogen. And if you are also under stress, nagde-decrease din yung estrogen mo. Ang dumadagdag yung androgen, no? Which is produced by your adrenal gland. Yung adrenal gland, ito yung may kidney dito sa baba, adrenal gland sa taas. Ito yung nagproduce ng additional stress hormones, kagaya ng pag under stress ka, nagkakaroon ng formation ng arterial plaque yung mga babae, no? Lalo na pagka nagde-decrease ng estrogen nila, lalo na kung papunta na sila ng menopause. Tapos, yung nga, nag-increase din yung risk of cardiovascular disease. In 80% ang estrogen ng mga babae during menopause. That's why this shows by formation of hot flashes, bone mass loss, or osteoporosis, no? And ang estrogen kasi it protects these women before menopause para hindi magkaroon ng mga cardiovascular disease, no? Kagaya nga ng atherosclerosis, yung nagpo-form ng plaque o nagbabara ng ugat ng papunta sa puso. Sa babae naman, pag nagde-decrease ang testosterone nila, which is the hormone responsible for making them a normal individual during their younger days, nagkakaroon ka naman ng physical and psychological stress. Ngayon, there is such thing as the cortisol hormone. During stressful situations, ang cortisol hormone mo ay nag-i-increase in production. In acute stress, ito nga, it will help you achieve your goals and helps you through the day with your daily activities. Kung acute phase, pero kung laging chronic stress, hindi na nakakabuti ang cortisol. As I said earlier, ang stress hormone na additional na cortisol ay napoproduce nga ng adrenal gland. Itong cortisol hormone, nag-help ito in the regeneration. No? Kasi kung tuwing tayo ay under stress, nagkakaroon tayo ng breakdown sa system natin. No? Nadadamage yung ating mga cells at saka nagkakaroon tayo ng disruption of function. Ang cortisol hormone helps in the regeneration, that is the breaking and rebuilding of the body itself because of that hormone. Kaya lang, pag sumobra naman ito, nakakasama din. It plays in the central stage of rebuilding the body during stressful situation. Kikwentong sa inyo kung paano nagsisimula ang stress, okay? So, meron tayong trigger. The alarm message is from the cerebral cortex, from our brain, and then it sends its message to the hypothalamus na nasa brain din. Itong hypothalamus na will activate the pituitary gland na nasa brain din, and then it will produce ACTH, adrenocortical hormones, and then it will stimulate the adrenal glands to release the stress hormone, which is cortisol. Ito yung binabanggit ko kanina. So, will break and utilize the protein, carbohydrates, and fats so that it will help maintain the blood pressure, suppresses reactions that causes allergy and inflammation and pain. Kaya ang cortisol, ang stress hormone natin, it will help maintain the normal BP, suppress reactions like allergy, inflammation, and pain. Pero pag sobra-sobra naman to, nakaka-lead sa pagtaas ng blood pressure, opposite effect, no? Kakaroon ng allergical reaction, at saka more inflammation and more pain intolerance. Okay. Our cortisol hormone is increased in the morning and then it goes down in the evening to provide you with energy to start your day. So it increases in the morning to provide you with an energy to start your day and to achieve all the activities that you want to achieve on that day. And then it decreases up to 90% during nighttime. Kaya slow na tayo pag nighttime. Pagka chronically increase, inulit ko, pag chronically increase ang ating cortisol or yung ating stress hormone, then you develop exhaustion, laging pagod, mataas ang blood pressure, fat accumulation, especially on the belly area, yung pagtaba ng laki ng tiyan, kung lagi kang stress, no? Impaired immune system, kaya nag-allergy reaction ka, and then bone loss or osteoporosis and cardiovascular disease, plus memory loss. So, yun ang mga bad effects kapag tayo ay laging stressful. So, if you have any more questions about stress, kasi sunod-sunod yung topic natin about stress, 3 topics na tungkol sa stress ang i-discuss ko. So, if you have any more questions, just call me at my numbers and please like and share my account.